Hello.
Wow, I bumped my mic immediately. Hello.
Welcome to the ExAnime podcast.
Episode
13? 14.
14.
Last was 13. This week, we are specifically going over the Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
The Anime Awards.
We still want to talk about the weekly anime stuff, but we're going to hold off till next week and give things a little bit of a time to write out and see what's good, what we want to focus on talking about.
Plus, Henry's worn out from watching literally like 13 episodes of Promised Neverland in one night. It's good. I will say that.
It was an emotional roller coaster, but
I still am depressed from it.
You want to switch over the...
Yeah, I'm just playing this. Okay, so we're just starting from the bottom.
Yeah, we're starting from the bottom. We'll leave anime of the year for last. So the first category is
fantasy.
Best fantasy. You want to go over the options?
So you have Tower of God, Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 2, which is weird. Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, ReZero Starting Life in Another World Season 2 specifically, Decadence, and Doro Hidoro.
Yep.
Damn, I'm good. Oh, I guess I could have listed the studios too, but
yeah,
it doesn't really matter. I'm not logged into my Crunchyroll, so I can't click on what I want to vote on. Now, to be fair, I've only seen 2 of these, and I've only seen clips from Bookworm.
I've seen 4.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when, like, you'd have to watch everything. These are things people
definitely not Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I don't even know why it's on there. It's probably like one of the few things that like people actually requested. But I think from what I've seen clip wise and other things, ReZero probably has to season 2.
Best fantasy though. Ascendance is super popular. Like between season 1 and season 2, it was essentially like a phenomenon. Yeah. Like on Bookwalker, it's literally like their second best selling within this year.
I'm kind of more partial because first of all, I've seen all of ReZero and I really like ReZero's story. And I think season 2 is really starting, like it's kicking off. There's some cool stuff in it. I think it's that nostalgia that it's back. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Tower of God, I heard, was pretty good. I've only seen some of it. And what I saw so
had
far,
some pacing issues. Yeah. It was definitely a fun story. And even like going into it, there was a lot of people where it's like, hey, imagine season 1 as a prologue.
As usual, spoilers for everything.
Yeah. Decadence is an original show. Doro Hidoro is based off of a manga.
I saw some of it. Wasn't too impressed. That's just me though. I understand why people really like it. I don't know.
Yeah, almost all of these, like there's definitely something to like about every single one of them. I personally don't know too much about Dragon Quest.
Not worth it. Straight.
Best fantasy though.
I'm gonna
based on the world, I would go with Decadence.
I haven't seen it, so I can't. That's the sad part.
It's pretty unique.
I feel like with most of these categories, like you'd have to like fantasy to watch all of them. So you're going Decadence. I'm going with ReZero.
Yep.
Starting Life in the World. Decadence is done by Studio Nut.
Decadence.
Sorry, Studio Nut. Yep. And then Studio White Fox did ReZero to give the studios credit too, not just the series. If you go to the Crunchyroll website, they do have like a trailer for everything. Like literally, you can like to give you a short little clip of like each show. Listen, just even looking at like Dragon Quest, it's like meh.
Yeah. Next though,
best couple, baby. We already know.
Yeah. So best couple category is NASA and Tsukasa and Tanakawa Over the Moon for You. Legoshi and Haru in
Beastars.
Yeah.
How do you print? Is it?
It's Beastars.
Because I just keep saying Beast, and then I say Stars because that's just how.
Yeah.
Then there's
Katarina and Maria, which I didn't realize there was a love thing going on. I didn't between the two.
Love has no bounds.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that was specifically a thing in that show. My Life as a Teen, as a Villainess. Of course, Kaguya and Shirogane.
Did Kaguya start this year? Sorry to interrupt.
Season 2 is this year, or in 2020.
Was season 1 in 2020 as well?
No, it was 2019. Oh, okay. Which there's specifically that level of debate of like they were in these categories the year prior as well. One of the more interesting ones, which I wouldn't really call them a couple, Kodako and Kiro in Inspector.
Trash.
And then Mizuhara.
I mean, you technically can't call them a couple either, because
yeah. And then there's Mizuhara and Kazuya and Rent a Girlfriend, which you can't technically call them a couple either.
She's just a rental.
Yeah. So I actually voted for B-Stars in this one.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't
just because it's unique enough. Like I haven't fully seen B-Stars either, but I know enough of the premise that like everything else is fairly like
there was a lot of
straightforward.
When you look at the community and like memes that are made up of love, I think that's one of the most noticeable. Besides Rent a Girlfriend, just because it was its own kind of out there. No one had really done a rental girlfriend thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to go with our homeboy because we've seen the series, NASA. Just because, listen, man, best couple, they got married right away.
Yeah, I definitely think there's like a good basis for like a lot of them, maybe not Inspector, but the rest, they all have something kind of good about them. Inspector, again, is a weird one because that's more of a like, hey, it's he's hard. My boyfriend, and he goes, I guess I'm our boyfriend.
He's a pedophile. We know it. Kaguya, I kind of want to give it to him because I really enjoy the series, but they had their year last year. Let someone else have their year this year. Rent a Girlfriend, it's nice, but if you're considering a couple, not just like two people in the same series, that's different. So you picked B-Stars, and I picked Tanakawa Over the Moon for you.
And then
which both great series. There's some good series this year.
Yeah.
Best score. Hey man, they weren't here this year, but I mean, why The Promised Neverland? Listen, man, I watched it.
So
I'm gonna be honest. I have heard very little soundtracks of all of them. I can tell you right now, the God of High School definitely wouldn't even pick. Great Pretenders had a decent soundtrack, but I have not heard the rest. I mean, you've seen more of these than I have, so I've heard some of B-Stars and sounded fantastic.
B-Stars, from what I've heard, sounds good. Japan Sinks, I haven't really heard anything about. Same thing with. Sorry, we should go over the categories.
So you have Kevin Penkin. Tower of God. That's the show it's from. Satoru Koyusaki. Man, you should probably be pronouncing these because Henry's not good at reading or writing. You will find that out in this podcast.
Alyssa Okizama.
Wow, we should have prepared a lot.
Well, it's like
whatever. Look, you'll know. You're gonna see these awards.
Specifically, I'm I don't speak Japanese. Like
I think for this. Sorry to interrupt real quick, but I think for this podcast, I'm just gonna throw the pictures up. Sorry, continue.
Utica Yamada for Great Pretender.
Good luck.
Oroichi.
Yeah, it looks about right.
Keep Your Hands Off. Eizouken, and then Kensuke Ushio for Japan Sinks 2020.
I'm going to opt out of this category because...
Really? Because, look, mine is 100% like...
I haven't heard enough to make an educated guess.
My shit's based and basic. And so, like, if you're going to opt out, I'm just going to do the simple thing. I think God of High School soundtrack was kind of fun, a little bit more like techno EDM than you would expect.
Yeah. I didn't think it was
Beastars is strong. Great Pretenders is pretty good. But, man, I can say that there's only one of these that I bought and pre-ordered the vinyl as OST for, which would be Kevin Penkin's Tower of God, because that motherfucker produces gold. Fucking...
Did it come on a gold plated?
Right. The Rising of the Shield Hero sounds amazing. Made in Abyss is so fucking fantastic. He also did, again, amazing work in Tower of God. He's so fucking talented. So, yeah, that's my choice. Our next option is Best Comedy.
I already know what I'm going to choose.
So, go over the categories now that you don't have to pronounce names.
I mean, okay, so Keep Your Hands Off
Azokin
from Studio Science Saru.
Mm-hmm.
Kaguya-sama. Love is War, Studio A1 Pictures. Shout out to A1. I mean, that may make me a little biased on this one. My Next Life is Villainous. All routes lead to doom. That's from Studio Silverlink. Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle. Studio Doga Kobo.
Kakushi Goto.
Thank you. I would have never guessed that here. Studio I Do Animation Works.
IG Do Animation Works. Maybe I should do this.
Dude, that's what I told you. And then the last one is The Misfits of Demon King Academy. History strongest Demon King reincarnates and goes to school with his descendants. Fuck.
Also by Silverlink.
Yep. Silverlink lined it up.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
Best Comedy.
Best Comedy, yep.
I really like Kaguya-sama. I think it's hilarious. I also liked Kakushi Goto a lot. Like, a lot. There were some jokes there that, like, you wouldn't think would stick as well as they did, but they were pretty good.
I mean, I might be a little biased for Kaguya. Mm-hmm. Just because I really love the way they do the comedy in the show, and I just think it's fucking fantastic how they do it.
Yeah, I know, like, I've seen clips from Sleepy Princess. Misfits of Demon King Academy is literally absurdness turned to 11. My difficulty is of the like best comedy. I've only seen 2, and
I guess it also depends on what your stick of comedy is,
and
that's why I love Kaguya-sama so much. It's like my perfect like rom-com. I fucking love it. I just can't get over it. I'm voting Kaguya-sama.
I think I picked Kakushi Goto.
Yeah, I mean, all of them were. So many of them had bits that were on. Like if you just go to Reddit, you can usually see like which ones are the funniest and which ones have done the best. And Kaguya just did a great job with that.
I'm gonna lead the charge with this next one.
Yeah, you're probably gonna pronounce half of them 10 times better than I will.
Best drama.
Oh, let me guess what yours is.
Shut up. Fruits Basket Season 2 by TMS. You have Great Pretender by Wit Studio. Japan Sinks. Sing Yesterday for Me. Beastars. Sing Yesterday is Doga Kobo. Beastars is Studio Orange. And then there's Somali and the Forest Spirit by Statelight Hornets. Fucking Fruits Basket is so goddamn good.
Oh, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed?
Fruits Basket is so goddamn good. Beastars is also amazing. From everything that I've heard, it's a super, super strong drama.
See, it's sad because I'm biased to Fruits Basket because I've seen the original and I own the original.
Yeah, look.
I own the original first run
watching of the redo of it, like, it's so good.
It's hard because you get that nostalgia on top of drama.
I never even watched the original.
Oh, you never did?
No.
Wow, you're not even a real fan.
I mean, I was broke.
YouTube Part 1 Spanish dub.
I was too busy watching fucking Code Geass Part 13.
No, Part 1 of 3 of Episode 1 in Spanish dub.
Yeah, kind of going through these though. Great Pretender, I thought was
Smalling the Forest Spirit first. It's a good battle between them. I really enjoyed it. I don't think it was
I don't think it's best drama though.
No, it's not best drama. It had some drama in it. I really want to put it in the drama category, but there really wasn't too much good drama this season.
Japan Sings has drama, but it was pretty garbo.
Yeah.
Sing Yesterday for me does have drama, and it's pretty drama heavy. Unfortunately, the drama that's there is kind of stale, especially
they didn't balance it well enough.
Mm-hmm.
So
which is a shame because I like it.
Wow, Fruits Basket's taking all the votes this week.
I fucking love
remember, you can vote. Justice told me you can vote every single week or every single day of the days it is going on. Best fight scene on there. Well,
it's
so
best
hard
fight
to decide, dude.
The options are Satoru versus Sukuno and Jujutsu Kaisen. Gene Mori versus
really quick.
Tech.
If you go to Crunchyroll's website and they show you the clips of the fight scenes to give you an idea of what it is. We're just re-looking through it as we talk about it there. There are a lot of good fight scenes. I just want to say that before we start announcing it.
There are, but I'm going to... so, Gene Mori versus Jagal Tech, God of High School. Barakuli versus Dark God Vectra. Sword Art Online, Alicization, War of the Underworlds Part 2. Deku versus Overhaul in My Hero. Then you have Gene Mori versus Han Dawe in God of High School again. And then Brawler versus Master in Akudama Drive. God,
I'll let you say because I'm broke between two.
So I'm going to narrow and remove 3 of them super, super quickly. God of High School is fun. Both those fight scenes are okay.
Definitely not.
They're not the contenders. Both God of High School ones are just gone. They're not worth it. It's whatever.
This is purely our opinion, which is true. It's trash.
Another one is, and it's
SAOs.
surprising.
I would take SAOs out.
Jujutsu Kaisen. That's the first fight. That fight right there is absolute garbage compared to the fights we've already seen.
The rest, the rest of the fights came out. Well, no, even there's other fights in 2020 that were better than this.
Yeah. So
they really
I don't know why they picked that one.
I don't know how they voted on this. Did they do open polling to submit your request? Because I don't know how this got on there.
Between open polling and then the judges making the decision.
Yeah, I definitely would not have put that. There's way better fights. So basically, you're down to Sword Art Online Alicization, My Hero Academia Season 4, the Overhaul fight, and then Brawler vs. Master. You can tell I didn't even bother trying to pronounce the name in Sword Art.
Oh,
who are you picking?
Versus Vectra. So I'm going to personally remove My Hero Academia. Though I liked
fucking trash.
I liked Deku.
Trash.
Shut up. I liked Deku versus Overhaul. It was fun. Fucking look. Endeavor.
Get the emotion out of it, dude.
Fuck that. Endeavor's fight was way better. If Endeavor's fight was on here, I would have voted for it. At the very end of the season.
Endeavor's fight?
Yeah.
Even Red Riots.
Yeah.
Oh, they had 3 good fights.
Yes, but Endeavor's fight was way better than Deku versus Overhaul. It was much more of redeeming factors.
They were on the same page.
No, you're
Listen,
wrong.
folks, you come here for quality content.
And I am the one correct.
No, you're not.
Really? Go ahead and say their names and then try to fight back.
Hey, fuck you. I suck at reading.
So, for me, Brawler versus Master and Akudama Drive was just fun. It was a good
they give you a lot
scene.
of emotion in it, too. It hit you hard in that fight.
With that being said, anyways, I'm choosing SAO.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, you roll your eye.
Get out of here.
You haven't even seen the fight scene. It's so fucking good. A1.
The fight scene's good, but it's not My Hero good.
It's literally best fight scene.
Fight me. We'll see at the end. It is not.
Literally even Mother's Basement, who has spent literally 3 hours cumulatively, like in videos, absolutely shit talking SAO. And one of his most recent videos was like, yo, but that Barracuda versus Vectra fight was actually really good, and it made his top like fight scene list. I agree. It's fucking superb.
What is it, like a minute 35? Here, I'm going to watch it live right now, right? It's not going to be that good. This is it, right? This is the fight scene?
Yeah.
I've seen parts of it. It is not that. I mean, look at the animation. Fucking trash.
You don't even have it on HD. It's fucking...
Look, trash.
This motherfucker set it to 144p.
Trash.
It's good.
Look, I won't knock an animation yet, but I think it's all right. His arm's gone.
It's way better than you think, and it's super enjoyable.
No.
Yes.
We're going to rewatch the Overhaul fight. This is live, folks. You're going to watch Henry's reaction live to this.
The difficult thing is there's a handful of like conversation through this. Like the thing that, you're clicking through isn't the actual like into the fight.
Where's the fight? Is this it? Where's the...
You're clicking on shit on YouTube.
I'll correct the broccoli. Just saying, hey, I'll watch it after this, and if I'm wrong, then I'll insert it at the end. But nah. You know what the best fight is? Fucking My Hero Academia Overhaul fight. Dude, that was a big old fight. Like fucking 1 million man right there. What? He gets fucking hurt. He's bleeding. He's trying to save this little girl.
I'm so glad we got the slideshow out of that fight.
What? Fuck you. No, it was emotional. But dude, he's bouncing around over the place. He's fighting, then he gets the giant fist. Fucking Overhaul's transforming the giant fucking monster. Then he comes up and
it was a good fight.
It was a great fight. And you fucking
It's not the best fight.
I'm sorry your animation wasn't as good. I mean, those fucking details. Dude, that fight was great.
Nah.
The emotion in it, he saves her. He's like, oh no, it's going black. He's going to die. Fucking people died in that. People died for that.
People died in SAO for that fight too.
Heroes died. I'm sorry.
Spoilers. That dude, that main dude, Barracuda, dies in that fight.
I'm sorry. That's some like fucking CG characters died. People died in My Hero. Heroes died.
Oh, you're right. 2D people died. Next.
2D people died for your CG. But I do want to give credit to Brawler in Master.
Yeah.
Which is weird. They should have said Executioner. But
I don't know. It was maybe
that fight was emotionally
Master Apprentice kind of.
That fight emotionally destroyed you. So did the My Hero one. But we can't agree. The God of High School shouldn't have even been on there.
Same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen.
They could have replaced it with the My Hero fights.
SAO's best. Next.
Character design. Hey, guess who edits this, huh?
Guess who doesn't actually edit it? You adjust levels. This motherfucker said he's going to cut specific things so many times before. Anyways, those stay in.
Listen, I said I can cut it to make me sound right. All right, now we're on the
character design.
Hang on, what was best? They do have a list of last year. I wonder who was best fight last year. 2019. Did they have best fight?
Yeah, they did.
I'm looking for it. Best fight scene
versus All Might.
Dude, okay, to be fair, that was...
Yeah, and then the year before that was also My Hero Academia, and then like the year before that was
good.
Also My Hero Academia.
Where's SAO? Where's SAO, huh?
SAO wasn't there on last year.
Dude, you gotta admit, though, that All for One versus All Might,
that fight is better than Deku versus Overhaul.
Yeah. They should have done the Red Riot one. The Red Riot one had a lot of emotion in it.
Endeavor's higher.
That Endeavor one, yeah, I think you're right. I would have put that Endeavor fight higher than the Overhaul one, because the Endeavor one was a long. What was that? It was like
it was a full episode.
Yeah, it was like it was the full episode.
Mm-hmm. And you show like as much as his kids hate him, the concern that they have for him.
That fight changed that man.
Yeah. So that if it was the Endeavor fight, I would be more on your side. It's just comparatively. Yeah.
You could argue that Kageyama Senpai is a whole fight series.
Wow. All right. So best character design.
I'll let you say the names because I'm not going to.
Noyuki Asano for Keep Your Hands Off of Ezoken. Yoshiki. What is this?
So hang on.
Yoshiwiki Samato and Hirotaka.
If you're looking for correct pronunciations, this is not the show for you.
Well, part of it is like my brain trying to
try and say it correctly. Then
Koto, Great Pretender,
Mayuki
Ita.
Ita.
Yeah. Original design for Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, which is a surprising one on here.
It's on a couple, I think.
Yusuke Yoshigaki for BNA. Mashi Kuda and Mino Tanino for Tower of God. And then there's Rumiko Takahashi and Yoshihiro Hishimura for Yashahime Princess Half Demon.
Listen, Princess Half Demon, I'm just going to throw out of there because, come on, it's not. I mean, granted, yes, good job on what you've done, but really.
I like specifically how Tower of God's characters look. I'm also going to remove that.
I'm going to keep. My nomination pick was Keep Your Hands Off Ezukin. I really like the style. It feels more, remember Fully Cooley?
Yeah.
That kind of like in between of like flat versus detail. How do I describe it?
I surprisingly do.
There's a small video playing if you need to see what.
Yeah. So the one that I chose for character design when I initially voted, Ito for Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I like the character designs for that.
It's
anime.
some great character design, dude.
Mm-hmm. Like BNA has a super unique one, just like Ezokin, but there's something
special about the way they did.
Yeah, because I don't know. The other ones, like, there's that level of familiarity with like Great Pretenders and BNA and Ezokin. Like, they're kind of like unique-ish, and then this one's like.
Toilet Bound's more, God, what's the other anime called? There's a few animes that do that, like the thicker borders of the actual drawing. The thing is, like, I want to say this, like, we're not hating on anybody. We're not saying he's, bad at drawing. It's like all these people are very good. It's hard to choose. Because I would do Toilet Bound as well. I just really like they keep your hands off.
Yeah.
A little bit better.
Yeah. That's fair.
So, hey, no fights on that one. Best animation.
Man, Jujutsu
It's hard.
Kaisen, Great Pretender, and Ezokin are all over this fucking place. Same thing with Beastars.
Beastars is like a very specific. It's hard to compare.
Real quick, it's Keep Your Hands Off of Ezokin, God of High School, Great Pretender, Jujutsu Kaisen, Princess Connect, Redive, and then Beastars for best animation.
Yeah. I'm gonna remove
not God of High School.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if Crunchyroll just accidentally slipped into the most categories. But
I get why there were people that would push it to be there because the fight scenes were really good. There were specific fight scenes that they actively CG markered and then drew those fight scenes.
Yeah.
Like, there were fully choreographed, like...
The problem is, like, if the rest of the show was like that, it'd be really good.
Yeah.
But when you look at, like, stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen, I mean, it's because it's shonen and I really like shonen. It's kind of hard to compare. But there were some shows that did, like... I like well-balanced animation. I don't like shit animation. Great fight, shit animation. That's not really my thing. It's hard. It's hard to pick. What did you pick?
Specifically for this one, I think I went with Beastars because Studio Orange is doing such a good job of making CG look good.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's nothing against Mappa. What they're doing over there with Jujutsu Kaisen, it also looks really good.
I mean, they also did God of High School at the same time. Or no, wait,
they were busy this year.
They did a lot of
Kaisen,
shit.
God of High School, and in the background they're like, "Yo, Attack on Titan 2."
Dude, they've been animating the fuck out of that, dude. It looks, spoiler, Attack on Titan, the newest season, looks fucking great. I picked the Jujutsu Kaisen mainly because I really like the animation style. I like the way they do the backgrounds, especially the backgrounds. That's what really will like destroy or make a series for us. The background looks like shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm like going through to see some of
what all they've done.
Some of the ones that weren't on this list were
so
kind of weird.
Best director. Some of it's kind of hard because a lot of directors like to stick to the original story, which I've directed stuff and I've produced stuff myself, and I honestly don't think directing is as hard as most people make it out to be. Don't get me wrong, it's not taking credit away. Some directors are fantastic at what they do and making sure stuff gets in that needs to and stuff doesn't that they don't.
Typically, though, in those cases, they're like director and producer. Like, they're making sure. Like,
so I'm going to try and pronounce some of these names. Misaki Yuasa. For Keep Your Hands Off Ezoken. Ezoken. God.
From there, you have
Fuck.
Yuzuru
Leave me alone.
Tachikawa for Decadence, Shungo Park for Jujutsu Kaisen, Hiro Kaburagi for Great Pretender, Momoru Hatakiyama.
Not as easy as you
thought. I mean, I'm doing a way better job than you. For Kaguya-sama, and then Takashi Sano for Tower of God.
Listen, if this was in Russian, I think Henry would stand a good fight.
Look, it's fairly easy. I think it's too early to call for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well, I mean, you've had 12 episodes.
Oh, fuck off.
Like, the thing is, you get 12 episodes and you can know their directing
Yeah, but
style.
When you actually think of Jujutsu Kaisen, how much has truly happened in that 12 episodes? Not enough to care.
Yeah. I think, really...
Tower of God's pacing issues were bad.
I've seen most of them.
Mm-hmm.
I heard great things from Decadence. Sorry, I keep wanting to...
This man had
But the thing is, the Great Pretenders, I really fucking enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I would personally pick Decadence.
Yeah, I'd have to go with you on that. I've heard great things from it, more so than I've heard from the other ones. I really like Jujutsu Kaisen, but obviously there's not enough there, I think, to judge it quite yet.
Yeah, I think...
Because they're following the manga, aren't they, pretty closely? I haven't read...
Or... Which one?
Jujutsu.
It's pretty good from my understanding. I think there's a couple of things that they've slightly restructured, which makes it better for the anime, but... One of the...
Love is War, I think it's a very good mixture of, like, the producers and the animators and the editors all being on a good page. But
I think even one of the more important things to look at is of this list, like, I think Ezoken is an original and Decadence is an original. But I don't know if Great Pretender is. But the other three are based off of something. And I feel like it's way harder to be the director of something that hasn't been made before compared to something you can reference, because you already have an idea of roughly what it's supposed to be like unless you drastically tonally change something. So what they did with Decadence was pretty good.
Sorry. So voice actors English, I'm going to be honest, I watched all of this shit subbed.
Yeah.
The only voice actor I know of is I had to double check Hawks to make sure I've recognized him correctly. Mm-hmm. I've heard Hawks in whatever her name is from ReZero.
I know which one I'm choosing, but I'm biased because I already know how he sounds, and I know he was going to do a good job. Johnny Young Bosch is Bam in Tower of God. Johnny Young Bosch just fucking always does a really good job, and
yeah.
For me, there is the familiarity of he's playing someone young, and it's just creating a slight variation of Renton Thurston when he played that character in Eureka 7. So it wouldn't be overly complicated to readjust that.
I mean,
and his repertoire is...
I know who he is. I haven't heard him do that role specifically. Mm-hmm. I know he's probably done a fantastic job, but like I said, I don't watch a lot of this stuff English.
No, I've watched everything subbed.
Yeah. Which, speaking of subbed, So who did you give it to? I'm just gonna agree with what Johnny Young.
Yeah, Johnny Young Bosch. Personally, because I think he's one of the best current male English voice actors that we have in the English industry. I would put him right next to Steve Blum and Crispin Freeman as like the titans currently. I know people add Sebastian, whatever his last name is, but for me, if those three are like in something, it's like, oh, cool, they're doing a good job.
Yeah,
but
best voice actor performance, JP. I'm gonna get rid of Subaru right away because I mean
he does a really good job.
He does a good job, but to be fair, it's a sequel, and I like him a lot, but I don't like how he cries and how he goes like.
I don't mind it.
Fucking hate that shit.
Don't mind it. Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm removing because that boy hasn't really talked enough.
I'm not removing him, but I'm not picking him, but I'm not removing him.
Personally, I haven't really seen the Millionaire Detective. I have seen one of these, and it's my pick because good God, does this woman need an award for her fucking voice acting? And that's Riho Sugiyama for Wave Listen to Me. Oh my God, that woman. There's times where she literally goes on like a 1 minute speed rant and you're just impressed.
I'm just pulling up her old catalog.
Okay.
I mean, I pulled it up on IMDb. I really should have pulled up my anime list because, I mean...
Yeah, it's all anime.
That's who I was going to agree with. It's a tie between...
Have you seen Wave Listen to Me?
I've seen part of it. I haven't...
Oh.
It's one of those things where I fell back on.
So you know what I'm talking about, though,
yeah.
of her, like...
Going on and on.
Yeah, it's impressive.
You want to list everyone real quick and then...
Yeah, there's Riho Sugiyama for Wave Listen to Me as Minare Koda. There's Megumi Ogata for Hanako and Totally Bound Hanako-kun. Yusuke Kobayashi for Natsuki Subaru and ReZero Starting Life in Another World Season 2. Yuichi Nakamura as Satoru Gojo for Jujutsu Kaisen. Mutsami Tamara, I think I got that one right, for Tsukiyama Kanamori in Keep Your Hands Off of Ezoken. And then Yusuke Onuki for Kanbei, the detective in Millionaire Detective.
Sorry, I'm picking Millionaire Detective.
Really?
Yeah.
Weak.
You're weak. Your bloodline is weak.
Yeah. It's not my fault.
I mean, it's a toss-up. I really like yours, but I really like the way they did the voice in Millionaire Detective. So,
yeah, but do you like the way he just sounds, or like the actual like voice acting?
Hey, it's
because that's different.
It's for that performance.
Best voice acting performance.
Yeah.
If you speak normally, and they go,
that's different because it's performance on there.
I mean, we're performing right now, but I'm not like changing my tone or anything.
Yeah, but it's a different time. This is playing it up for that part. Yeah. Have you directed before? No. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to throw that at you too. You direct something.
I have directed something.
Porns don't count.
No. Well, your mom thought differently.
Oh, I wish I had the air horn.
Best ending sequence. So like ending song.
I'm a little biased on some of this shit.
Yeah, personally, this is the only category I'll actually give.
Lost in Paradise by Jujutsu Kaisen. This is all in English, so I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
There's The Great Pretender from Surprise Great Pretender. There's
which is done by Freddie Mercury. Like, it's a fucking...
I know, it's...
That was cheating.
It's cheating, but I mean, come on. Mm-hmm. There's Night Running, being a brand new animal.
Yeah.
Then there's DD by...
oh, now you can't stutter? Man,
it's like the row. known
Dorahiro.
Dorahiro, but it's the known name is the
artist.
Yeah. Welcome, my friend, from the Millionaire Detective Balance Unlimited by Kawamoto's. Listen.
Okamoto.
Okay. Wow. Dude, we're recording this at like 2:00 in the morning. Fuck you. I gotta wake up from work in 6 hours.
Yeah. And then there's Last
Dance from Inspector.
Which is Mamoru Miyano.
Listen, Inspector, I don't think compares to...
Nope.
No, doesn't. Millionaire Detective, as much as I like the ending, no. BNA, I really, really like it. To be fair, I picked Jujutsu Kaisen, Lost in Paradise. I love Freddie Mercury. It's fucking cheating, yes, because it's Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, this is the only one I've ever, out of this list, that I've actually given to Jujutsu Kaisen. The ending's good.
I like it. The animation of it's great. The sound of it is fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Because you hear it and you immediately are like, yeah.
OP. We have Easy Breezy.
Listen, we already know what we're going to pick. What's even the point of reading it?
Because you don't know what I'm going to pick.
You want to bet?
So Easy Breezy by Kelmiko, which is from Keep Your Hands Off of Ezukin. Kaiten from Eve, which is Jujutsu Kaisen. Wild Side from Ali, Beastars. GP, which is Utica Yamada from Great Pretender. Daddy Daddy Do, featuring Ari Suzuki. By Masayuki Suzuki.
How do you not know his name by now?
Fucking like you should is doing him. From Kaguya-sama, Love is War, and then Phoenix.
You can't use that excuse.
By Burnout Syndromes, which is a Haikyuu to the top. It's actually the first time Haikyuu's appeared in this, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So which one are you going with? Yeah.
Daddy Daddy Do?
Yeah, of course you're going with Daddy Daddy Do. So anyways, I'm going with Daddy Daddy Do next.
I fucking knew it. It's like the first song of both of our fucking playlist. No. Especially the... Do, do, do. I love the first take version, too. First take version is pretty
good. The first song on my playlist is Eaten by Monkey Magic, which is one of the ending songs for Fruits Basket season 2.
One of the most heated parts of this whole anime awards.
Best Girl.
Best Girl.
You have Sakia Kanamori.
Also, one of these is not a woman.
By Keep Your Hands Off of Ezukin. You have Chizuru Mizuhara from Rent a Girlfriend. Noai from Dorahiro. Katarina from My Life as a Villainess. All Roots Lead to Doom. Abigail Jones from Great Pretender, which I'm assuming is the not a girl. And then Kaguya-sama. Kaguya Shinomiya from Kaguya-sama.
Listen, this is such a hard...
So anyways, I chose Mizuhara, and I moved on.
Yeah. It was hard. I really wanted to pick Love is War, but I mean, Mizuhara. Also, I'm just saying, Hina was part of 2020. Wait, when did they end it? They haven't done anything from this, so I wonder if they ended with the fall season. When will be part of the next one? Sorry, we didn't do a lot of research before we came on this, so we both picked Mizuhara.
Anos Voldigode, which is for Best Boy, that aired last season.
I guess Jujutsu Kaisen did. Listen, Hina's Best Girl for reasons. You're going to have to watch it. Also, I didn't give a fuck about Best Boy category.
Yeah, Best Boy category, it's Kaimen, Dorahiro, Satoru Goju, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Listen, I don't like guys, but those eyes.
Agaru, Agnes for Tower of God, Legoshi, Beastars. Then you have Anos Voldigode from the Myth of Demon King Academy. I'm not even repeating the rest of that. That fucking
History's strongest Demon King reincarnates and goes to school with his descendants.
He's a cunt. Show you Hinata from Haikyuu to the top.
Haikyuu's kind of cheating though, because he's anyways,
I chose Legoshi from Beastars because Jujutsu Kaisen's like literally people are going to choose Jujutsu Kaisen based on the fact that that man's eyes are just so pretty.
I'd pick Kakashi Sensei from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Fair enough. Then we have best antagonist.
Overhaul. What?
No.
There's In, Rachel.
In Dorihiro, you have Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. Rahel. Because for whatever reason they can't do the H, but yeah, Rachel from Tower of God.
Bitch.
Akito from Fruits Basket Season 2. Echidna from ReZero Season 2, which I can't believe that's how you pronounce her fucking name.
Is it?
Yeah, Echidna.
I guess she's a kid, huh?
Shut up. And then there's Overhaul from My Hero Academia.
Overhaul, baby!
So anyways,
it's Overhaul.
So anyways,
you picked Fruits Basket, then
no, I chose Rachel, Tower of God.
I'm disappointing you. Overhaul? Our fucking Overhaul smart? Fucking playing shit out? He almost killed all the heroes, dude.
Anyways, that motherfucker lost both of his arms and was worthless at the end. It doesn't matter.
The crippled now?
Yeah, fuck him.
I do not agree with this man's statement.
So I specifically chose Rachel from Tower of God because of her actions in there. They were very unexpected, and I liked it. If I didn't choose Rachel, it would 100% go to Akito from Fruits Basket Season 2.
You just hate My Hero, don't you?
Oh, yes. I hate My Hero. I just feel like currently My Hero it's in a good place, but it doesn't need to be in the like best position ever. Like,
but Overhaul's so good. That's just because you don't like kids.
Overhaul is fine.
Overhaul is great.
Overhaul is fine.
The audience will believe in me.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
The Overhaul will not. $50. Overhaul does not win best antagonist.
No, you got to bet if yours is going to win.
No, I mean, I already know Rachel's not going to win mine.
Oh, so you have no confidence in yours, which is not the best.
I personally know for me what is the best.
Deep down inside, you know he's not.
And then best protagonist, you have Natsume from Decadence, Katarina from My Life as a Villainess, Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen, Anos Voldegold from the Misfits Academy, Midori Asaku.
Let's go with that.
Asakusa. Keep your hands off of Ezukun. And then Shoyo Hinata again from Haikyuu to the top. I'm going with Natsume from Decadence.
Sorry, I got to pick Yuji. He's such a nice kid. Cares so much about his friends. It's all about family justice.
I mean, same thing with Natsume.
Yeah, but it's all about family.
Okay, Dom.
No, I want to give some to Haikyuu, but the thing is, they've had so many chances. Let someone else have something.
No. Hey, it's almost like that thing could be said for about My Hero Academia.
Fuck off. Overhaul's better. What over me? That kid's been in multiple seasons. Overhaul's been in this one season. Fuck off.
Yeah.
It's Overhaul. And now for Anime of the Year.
Which is
My Hero.
Keep Your Hands Off of Ezoken, Jujutsu Kaisen, Great Pretender, Dorihiro, Appare-Ranman, and Beastars.
It's kind of hard.
It is.
Throw out Jujutsu Kaisen because it's great, but they haven't had enough time.
Though I haven't seen it, I picked Beastars.
Yeah, I'd agree. I've seen Great Pretenders pretty much all the way through.
I've
seen bits and pieces.
Really
of
liked Appare-Ranman. It's not Anime of the Year.
I think Beastars deserves Anime of the Year mainly because they've shown like full 3D animation can be good.
Mm-hmm.
And plus
they also have a good story.
Yeah, good story. The animation isn't terrible. It's actually pretty good. And then to be fair, all the furries have come out, but hey, they each their own.
Blue will nuzzles.
Great. So when this finally gets posted, all the the gender. I should. The thing is, this year I don't think there's some good anime. There's a lot of the same thing, not because they've all done so good. I feel like the list has been too small for 2020. Not enough stuff has come out in 2020 to.
I feel like yes, to a certain degree, but also there are just some shows where it's like, hey, why did you not pick this? Like to put in there. Like personally, I would probably put like anime of the year, in the anime of the year category. It Invaded is so goddamn good, and like it came out in winter 2020. It's an original from
Who did we pick for best director again? Sorry, you keep talking. I'm gonna figure this out.
So It Invaded, which came out in winter of 2020. It was not super well known or really talked about. It was an original work done by who did it? Oh, done it. Naz Studios. It was so good. It was one of the first shows within the last year where it was like near the end I waited because I was kind of unsure about it. I had heard good things. And then once it had finished airing, I called Sabbath fucking Sebastian. But it was one of the first times where I was like, oh, I'll give it a try now that the season's over. I haven't heard bad things about how it ended. And I literally sat down in a single day. I watched the first episode. I was like, oh, that's a really good first episode. And then I watched the whole thing in one sitting. It doesn't happen too often. Like, there are a small handful of shows I think currently you could really get away with doing that. I feel like Promised Neverland, though by the end you're very mentally exhausted, is another one. Made in Abyss, to a certain degree, is also another show like that like the quality is really there and the story is being driven. It's a shame that it didn't get any level of nominations. Like,
I think it was so late in the year by the time they were picking.
It was early. It was.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I was confusing winter 2021 technically with winter of 2020.
They had.
Sorry.
It was airing the exact same time My Hero Academia was, so there's no excuse. They threw My Hero and that's I think one of the things that currently sucks is there are a lot of these that yes, we were not super spoiled on shows this year. There were or last year. There were definitely some shows where you sit back and it's like, all right, it makes sense why this is all over the place. But there were also some other shows that like should have, to a certain degree, dominated a little bit more. I really, really, really like Fruits Basket Season 2. I think it was way better than Season 1. And the fact that it barely got like any mention here.
I think the problem with it is got pretty overhyped. Not overhyped. It got hyped to where some people like I know at work were like, oh, well, I haven't seen Season 1. And I'm like, no, this is redone Season 1. They're like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, I think people thought it was a continuation, which, I mean, most people that listen to this will. I want to point out something real quick. Last year's best animation was Violet Evergarden. I don't think anything this year holds up to Violet Evergarden levels. Me personally. There's some that are super good, but I mean, Violet Evergarden was some top tier shit. And that's after they had their arson attack. To be fair, they had probably animated most of it before that, but
Violet Evergarden came out in 2019.
When was that? Wasn't the arson attack in 2019?
It was in 2020.
Was it this year? I swear it was in 2019.
Was it 2019?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. 2019. Middle of the year 2019. That's pretty much it for the list. Also,
yeah,
My Hero.
Violet Evergarden had already like ended by that point. Like the main anime, because that was winter and that was mid-July.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yep. That's pretty much it for the Anime Awards. Next week, we're going to be talking about other stuff. I know there's a kind of somewhat a bland episode, but it was a nice debate on. I just am kind of sad that I didn't have more options this year. I feel like some stuff could have been pushed out if we had more options, like something like the best drama. I really did not think that was a strong category.
Mm-hmm.
Best comedy really also wasn't a terribly strong category. There was some good stuff in it, but there wasn't a lot of competing. And then best fantasy, there could have been a lot. There definitely could have been a lot more. Best director.
I will be kind of sad if Fruits Basket doesn't win best drama. Like, look, Beastars is a good drama, but it's plastered fucking everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
give Fruits Basket that, like, because Japan Sinks is a little rough. Somali and the Forest Spirit is all right-ish.
Smalley isn't strong enough to win.
Yeah, and same thing with Sing yesterday for me.
Smalley I'd put on the bottom of those 6. I'd put Smalley at the bottom. It was good. I wouldn't put it, at the top.
Yeah.
So. Obviously, Fight of the Year, Overhaul.
No.
We betting.
If
I win, you got to watch all of Attack on Titan.
All right, let's agree. If Overhaul versus Deku wins, I will watch all of Attack on Titan. If it does,
we're not going to know who. Like, if none of ours win, we're not going to know who beat who. So,
yeah.
If Overhaul versus Deku wins, you're watching all of Attack on Titan.
That's fair.
Okay.
If
I'm not doing anything for you.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Well, if you're so strong, confident in it, I mean.
Yeah.
I already watched Promised Neverland. I cried for you. I fucking cried for you.
You had to watch that show anyways to catch up.
That's your excuse.
No, that is the truth.
Every time Justice makes me watch something, I fucking cry.
I mean,
I want to eat your pancreas. Fucking God. I had to rewatch Your Lie in April because you mentioned I fucking cried during that shit.
I mean, you didn't have to rewatch Your Lie in April. You chose to.
Promised Neverland. What's another thing I watched that fucking cried? So far, fucking made it a business. That bullshit. David Kim God's bullshit. Fucking crying over that shit too.
If Barracool versus Vecta wins, you have to finish Assassination Classroom and then cry at that too.
I know what's gonna happen. I'm still gonna cry.
Deal?
How long is it's a deal. 65 episodes.
Yeah.
We're shook on it. The audience can't see, but we shook.
There you go.
So what happens if Jujutsu Kaisen wins? What are we gonna
throw the whole thing out? No one wins.
We gotta have some punishment if none of ours win.
Oh.
Come on, it'll make it more fun. What's something shitty we both don't want to watch?
You want to watch the first episode of Berserk 2017?
God, I don't.
Do you want to watch it?
No. What's even worse?
That's pretty bad.
Galaxy Express 999.
I don't even know what that is.
Like 1980.
Oh God.
Or we could watch Macross. That's pretty fucking trash. Yeah, fuck you, Macross fans. It's good, but it's trash.
No. I don't want to get too invested on the losing side.
Worst anime ever.
Handshakers.
What?
Literally, there's a one called Handshakers.
Forest Fairy 5. Wait, we can just go to my anime list and see what the worst anime is. We could rewatch the Endless 8. Top anime. So they're like bottom to. Is there a way to show like shittiest to best? Is there a way to sort this? Most popular? Can I not? What's the worst anime? What looks half decent?
If it's the worst anime, it's going to be the worst anime. But Handshakers is typically regarded as one of the worst.
Jesus,
whatever's on
fucking
this is
worse.
like
Handshakers.
Yeah.
Handshakers. God, it looks like fucking shit. Where do you even watch it? Ugh, Funimation. Ugh. We'll figure out something.
Yeah.
We'll still have another podcast before the awards end, I think.
Yeah, voting and
5 days left to go. Ooh.
well, to vote, I don't know.
Oh, that's right, to vote. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll figure out something. Anything else?
No. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have still stuck around, please like, subscribe.
Check out Bonwe as well.
I mean, yeah, if you want to, go ahead and check out our Bonwe podcast. We
watch all of One Piece.
No, God.
Only on episode 958.
Ah, fuck you.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.